Hello, everybody, and welcome to another live stream of MLB The Show 25. Before we begin this video, as you see here, we have some sad news to share with everybody that are fans of the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Oakland Athletics, and a few other teams that this great baseball player played for. Legendary baseball player Dave Parker unfortunately passed away recently, and this guy was about to be inducted to the Baseball Hall of Fame now this month, the month of July, like around July 20 something when they usually have these the induction things. Now, I really didn't see Dave Parker play that much. He played like mostly in the 70s and a little bit of the late 80s. I saw him on a videotape called Orioles 89 Why Not? And he was one of the players. I think he was on there twice. Like one time it was a game the Orioles are facing the Athletics at Oakland, and then the second one was at Baltimore. I believe it was him at bat. So, trying to look up his stats here because I never remember them offhand. Here we go. And he had a nickname. His nickname was like the Cobra, I believe they called him. Oh, shoot. There's a...
Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shum.
Oof. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't really hit the thing there and stuff, and the music thing came up there. I'll have to probably mute that on my live stream or something, but I hope that doesn't get no copyright. But anyway, he finished his career with 339 career home runs and a 290 career average and even 154 stolen bases. He played for the Pittsburgh Pirates from 1973 to 1983, 11 seasons, and I think he won, looks like maybe, or I think he won one World Series ring, and I think they beat the Orioles in 1972 or something, or he might have been on the team. I don't really remember. But he also played for the Cincinnati Reds from 1984 to 1987, the Oakland Athletics from 1988 and 1989, the Milwaukee Brewers in 1990, and a little bit with the California Angels and the Toronto Blue Jays in 1991. And from what I heard, he had a battle with Parkinson's, and unfortunately, that's a very sad thing, but it's very sad to hear about that guy. I mean, Dave Parker was probably an underrated baseball player to a lot of people. He finished his career with 2,712 career hits. Honestly, and a lot of people were saying that he should have been inducted to the Hall of Fame years ago. And that is true. I mean, he should have. And he hit a lot of home runs, too. He had 200 hits in a season in 1977 when he had 215. He also had 194 and 193. Yep, and he had 198 in 1985, 174 in 87, 89, 146 hits, 176 hits in 1990. I think sounds like he probably wouldn't have Comeback Player of the Year award or something like that. But I'm sure they will release a card of him, like they'll release like probably a 99 of him or something like that. But my thoughts and prayers are always with his family. And very sad to hear of this. And once again, he will be inducted to the Hall of Fame, and it'll probably be his family that will induct him, probably his wife, or not sure if he was married actually, but it could be her or it could be somebody else. I'm really not sure. But rest in peace, Dave Parker. Thank you for the memories of what you did for the baseball world, and you are deeply missed. So, very sorry, unfortunately, to hear this. So, now let's move on and we'll get into this live stream. So, a few things to go over. So, I'm not really going to well, I'll just go over this. So, As you see my stub count there, I only have very little, because if you saw the last video I did, I had like over a bunch of stubs. So you probably know what's going on. Well, two reasons, well, I'm pretty sure you know what the main reason is, but well, you probably know what it is. So anyway, I saved up a lot of stubs, and again, I did not spend any money in this game. I almost did, uh, excuse me, I almost did yesterday. I was looking at my stub count, and I was thinking about buying Shohei Ohtani. I looked to see how much I had. It might have been today, or I don't think it was today. I think it was yesterday, like before I went to work. So I looked at the stubs, and of course they're on sale, as they say, for 30% off until July 3rd, which is in a couple of days. But I looked it over and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna like try and save up and get some packs, or whatever, and try and play some games, and all that stuff, or just try and finish some of the team affinities and get those deluxe packs. Probably just players in there I can just, sell. But anyway, I looked it over and I almost bought 67,000 stubs. I've done that before. Like I would go to GameStop and buy them and then put them into my PlayStation thing and then open packs. But I figured no, I would not do that. So instead, I saved the stubs. I went to Shohei Ohtani, and he was going for about 510 or 530,000 stubs. So I bought him, and I wound up getting him, and I got him on the team. Well, hold on before I show you everything else. Let's get over to it. And you probably asking, did I finish the live series? Well, there's your answer. So, now before, when this started, I started like with the easy one. So the only one I really finished, was the American League East, or the West, I'm sorry. I wanted to finish the American League East first, but it was tough. So pretty much, I saved up a lot, and I wound up getting Mike Trout. Of course, he's now only going for 20,000 stubs. Mike Trout at that time was going for about close to 200,000 stubs. But I did get him. I bought him. Jose Ramirez was one of them that I wound up pulling, but I wound up keeping him because I was going to sell him, but I was like, I don't know. But he was the only player pretty much that I wound up pulling. I never pulled Mike Trout or Aaron Judge or Shohei Ohtani. I mean, my pack luck isn't the best. So, yeah, I just wound up collecting the players there. The Houston Astros wasn't really tough because the Astros don't really have a lot now, even though Josh Hader is up to an 88 and he's doing pretty well. But Yordan Alvarez, he's still at the same thing, which is kind of strange, because he's really not a diamond. Hunter Brown's doing pretty good, and Jeremy Pena, he is doing pretty well. But Yordan doesn't need to be a diamond. He needs to be downgraded. And Altuve, who's been a diamond for over all these years, but he is no longer that. He's down to a silver, thank God. I mean, I'm sick and tired of the Houston Astros also. I'm just tired of them winning and stuff. I'm just really tired of it. I mean, I know I shouldn't be bringing up the past, and all that. But anyway, the Oakland Athletics, or the Athletics, was kind of easy, but Mason Miller was going for a lot at the time. Of course, he's only up to that much now, but back in the month of June, like early June, he was up to 40,000 stubs, and now he's all the way down to 3,000, and he's doing all right. But Jacob Wilson's doing pretty good because he's like leading in a lot of the categories. Well, hits. Well, he's not leading in hits, but he's up there with Aaron Judge. So yeah, I wound up collecting them. Then the Seattle Mariners weren't really that tough. I mean, well, Cal Raleigh was not at 89 when he started. Like, when he started, he was all the way down to that. Logan Gilbert and Brian Wu, I don't think he was a diamond. When he started, Andres Munoz is doing pretty good, too. But pretty much, yeah, they were easy. And Julio Rodriguez here, he used to be a diamond. But now he's gone way down because he's now playing to a gold. And yeah, they weren't really tough to collect. The Texas Rangers were tough, of course, because Corey Seager was a diamond, and he was going for like 20,000 or more stubs. And Marcus Semien, well, he's down to a gold. Yeah. But Jacob deGrom is going back to his old form. He's doing really well. Nathan Eovaldi, he's doing all right. They are facing the Orioles tonight, and hopefully we win. And Wyatt Langford's doing all right. And yeah, and all the collections I didn't mention. Well, we'll show it like on the thing. And of course, Mike Trout, when I finally bought him, and then I collected all of them and got the American League West. The reward for collecting them for the Seattle Mariners was Kyle Seager, because they did have a diamond on their team. Michael Young for the Rangers. Liam Hendricks for Oakland, or the Athletics. Jeff Bagwell for the Astros. And Mike Napoli for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And you collect all of them, and you get 91 Don Baylor. And I've used him. He's actually a pretty good card. I know that their grades are a little bit low and stuff, but nonetheless, I collected all the National League Central when I pulled Kyle Tucker that one day from the Cubs. That was a while ago. And on the Pirates, they were a little bit tough because I had to get Paul Skeens, but got it done. And the Reds weren't really that difficult. Same with the Brewers and the Cardinals. And the reward is the 90 Ted Simmons. Everybody keeps using this card a lot of times. I don't know why. Guess because he's a switch hitter. And then the National League East. Well, this one took me a while because I had to get Juan Soto for the Mets, as he was going for over 100,000 stubs. The Braves wasn't really that tough because Ronald Acuna's not playing all that to a diamond. Ronald Acuna's down to a 87, but he still probably goes for a little bit on the market. And not too much. He's 14,000, and Chris Sale not putting up Cy Young numbers like he did last year. And the reward is the 87 David Justice for getting him. And Juan Soto, like I said, he was up to a lot, but now he's just playing like that, and he's only 7,000 stubs, which is crazy. Actually, less than 1,000 stub difference with the buy now. The buy now is 7,500. Sell now is 7,374. That's his people, like on the market, they do that kind of stuff. And Pete Alonso not playing up to a lot. But Francisco Lindor actually still going for a lot. I actually pulled him when they had a not stub sale. They had a flash sale of their cards, and it was a live series 88 plus. I pulled Francisco Lindor, and I pulled Josh Hader. I did not make my money back, but I did sell Francisco Lindor for close to 50,000 stubs, and that's why I got them stubs saved up. And the reward is a Johan Santana card, the 90 overall, which is actually a pretty good card. He's close to parallel 5. And the reward for collecting all the National League East, along with Ryan Howard of the Phillies. We had to get Harper and the rest of them. The Marlins was easy because they don't have a diamond, and same with the Nationals. But they do now for the Nationals. I think they have... Oh, no, they don't. I mean, Mackenzie Gore's not a diamond. But anyway, the reward is 92 Jordan Zimmerman. This is just in case if anybody has not completed the live series collection. Then after that, I want to finish in the American League East when... Now, of course, the Rays was easy because they don't have a diamond. The Red Sox was easy, too, because they don't have a diamond. Well, at that time, Garrett Crochet was a gold, and I think Alex Bregman was, too. And, of course, the reward is 84 Enrique Hernandez. Yep. The Orioles wasn't really tough. I mean, all I had to do was buy Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman, but Adley was a diamond at that time, but Adley has now dropped down to a gold, and he's injured. Hopefully he'll start turning around for the Orioles. Cedric wasn't really a diamond, and I think Felix Bautista wasn't really a diamond either. I think he was just a gold, and he's all the way down to a 75, which is crazy. I really think that Felix Bautista should not be that low. I think he should be back up to an 80. And, of course, Gary Sanchez has been doing pretty well for us in recent games. I could put him, like, in my lineup, and use him as he's playing up to a 95 because he's supercharged. But I do like the flashback one, or the New Threads one, the one of him with the Orioles. But Gunnar Henderson, he's not really going for a lot, just 3,000, because he's not putting up the numbers like he's done many times. Got other people, too, all these people here, like Brandon Young back on the roster. Kyle Tyler, I don't know exactly who he is, that he's a relief pitcher. Grant Wolfram, Maverick Hanley is one of our backups because of Adley being injured. Luis Castillo, not the Luis Castillo starting pitcher, and Chadwick Trump, who's been taking Adley's place and also sharing time with Gary Sanchez. We have not called up Samuel Basallo because apparently they want to wait, a little bit more. I don't have Tomoyuki Sagano, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, Gregory Soto, who's been struggling, Yanir Cano, who has been sent down to AAA, along with Cionel Perez, but he's not really on here. I think he's in the free agent thing. Then Ramon Urias. I went to the Orioles game with my aunt. We went on Saturday. We were supposed to go to a family gathering. Supposed to sample some beer and then go back to one of my aunt's house to have crabs with them, but unfortunately my mom was a little bit under the weather, so we weren't able to do that. But it's okay. Me and my aunt went to the game, and it's pretty fun, even though it was hot, but it was fun. And Heston Kjerstad, he has been sent down to AAA. He'll probably be back on the roster eventually, and Jorge Mateo is not on the Orioles roster. He is injured again, from what one of my friends told me. And the rest of these people, Zach Eflin has been placed on the injured list. Brian Baker's been doing all right, but he's been struggling, having his good days and bad days. Tyler O'Neill is still rehabbing. Don't know when he's going to be back. Probably about another week, maybe. Colton Couch has been doing all right. Jackson Holiday is doing really well. Probably will get upgraded to gold. And Jordan Westberg has been doing well too, but he's been a little bit injured. I don't know if he's in the starting lineup tonight. I highly doubt it. I mean, I saw the lineup, but I couldn't remember if Westberg was in the lineup or not, and he is not. Yeah. I mean, he's just sitting it out. I mean, I don't think he's going to go on the injured list. And Ryan O'Hearn, who's putting up really good numbers, and could be an all-star. He could be the starting designated hitter, which would be really good. And Jackson Holiday could be a defensive second baseman, but Gunnar Henderson, don't count him out. He could be a reserve. He's not going to be the starting shortstop because of Bobby Witt Jr., unless Bobby Witt decides that he will not play in the All-Star game, because the players for the All-Star game do have the option to either play or not play in the All-Star game. And, of course, there are some, that may not be able to play because they're injured. Yep. And Tampa Bay, like I said, they don't have any diamonds. The Blue Jays, they had Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but he's all the way down to an 85. He could get downgraded, I'm pretty sure, to a gold. Even though they're doing all right, but Anthony Santander has not been doing all that great. Signed all that money. I think he's been on the injured list, too. So, pretty much, I think the Orioles have dodged a bullet, by not signing him. Yeah, but it is sad, they didn't bring him back, but pretty much it's the Orioles' decision, not to bring him back, and I think right now it was a good thing we didn't. And, of course, the Yankees, they were tough because of Aaron Judge. I bought him for about 340,000 stubs. I saved up a lot, like I said. Again, I did not put any money in the game. I was about to. I was going to put in about $30 of my money and buy 67,000 stubs, but I figured, no, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just earn it. So I pulled Paul Skeens, and Paul Skeens doesn't really go, he goes for something. He goes for over 20,000 stubs because he is up to an 89. That kind of surprises me. I mean, he's got a great ERA, but he could be a person that could be traded, And I have met Parallel 4, and this is his live series, but we also do have the flashback of him. And I've used that card too, but I kind of do like the live series. But anyway, so after I got the American League East, and the reward for them is the 91 Darren O'Day, which I still haven't used. I need to, because I need to put him in the bullpen. The Central wasn't really tough. Well, the White Sox don't have anything. Tigers, they do have Tarek Skubal, but I actually pulled him, and he It wasn't, well, I mean, at that time, I think he was going for about 40,000 stubs or so, but I kept him because I want to get the collections, and I got Gary Sheffield, which is a pretty good card. And the Twins wasn't really tough because I think Byron Buxton was a gold at that time, and so was Joe Ryan. The reward was 84 Justin Morneau. And of course, the Royals, I got Bobby Witt today, and the reward is the 90 Whit Merrifield. I haven't used him yet. And all of the American League Central, you get the 92 Jason Kipnis, and I still haven't used him yet. I probably will not. Yep. And the National League, like I said, I mean, the Marlins were not tough because they don't have anybody. Same with the Nationals. And I got all of them done. The West was pretty easy, just except the Dodgers. He's now up to 520,000 subs. I think I got him for like more than that, I want to say. Yeah, here it is. It'll show me. So I got Bobby Witt for 186,000. Paul Skeens, I sold him for 22,000 stubs. I got Ohtani for 515,000 stubs. I know it's a lot, but that's actually a pretty good price, for him. I had to sell some of the flashback jerseys, to get some of them. And I had this Ken Griffey Jr. retro shoe or something like that, or whatever it was. I sold that to make stubs, and there you go. So I'm not broke. Got 20,000 stubs, and the rest of them too. Freddie Freeman, he is at 89, but he's only going for 7,000 stubs, which is crazy. And Mookie Betts would always go for a lot of stubs, and he's all the way down to that much, and he's not really having a great season. Freddie Freeman could be the starting first baseman for the National League. And, of course, collecting all the National League West people, you get the 93 Chase Headley, which I got. And then, after I collected all the National League, I got the 99 Gil Hodges. I've already used him in a game. It was off camera. And he's a really great card to have. He's so far done a pretty good job. Then collecting all the American League gets you the 99 Roger Clemens, and I've already used him too. Love his pitch selection. I'm really glad and happy, that I got him. I've been looking forward to using him, and I did in an off-camera game. And of course, collecting all of the American League and National League teams gets you the 99 Carlos Beltran. And, of course, when people saw this card right away, they freaked out and were like, wow, this card is amazing. And, yeah, I mean, look at his stats. I mean, fielding is amazing. Speed is great. He doesn't really bunt that much, that sort of thing. But maybe, like, occasionally. But great power as well, too. Yeah. Hey, he can play right field or a secondary. But, yeah, really, really glad, that I finally got him and the rest of them. It took me a while, but, yeah. And, of course, some of these collections now, because I can get some of them done. Now I'm 2 away from getting Scott Rowland. I got to get John Donaldson and Leodalis DeVries. I don't really know how that's pronounced. He's one of the prospects for the Padres. I got to get him or get the 91 Honus Wagner in that 20th anniversary collection. But the problem is these cards go for a little bit too much, so if I collect all of them, I have to get a 7 to get a show pack, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But CC Sabathia, he's located in the missions thing, so I don't think I'm going to do that. The Negro Leagues thing, well, you got to get the rest of the players. Josh Gibson isn't going for a lot. I mean, a little bit he is. Satchel Paige isn't really going for a lot. But then you got to do the Negro League stuff. You got to go to the thing. You could probably just get these people, Jose Mendez, Bill Foster, and Monty Ford Irvin. Or this guy. But then you would have to probably buy Satchel Paige. And then you would get John Donaldson. Yeah, like I said, for Scott Rowland, I'm 2 away. Ted Williams, I'm 8 away. Because, again, I have not put any money in this game. My content on here is always no money spent. And Adley Rushman, you got to get Willie Mays, but he's going for too much. And Jaron Duran's one of the rewards. Jose Altuve, I think, is located in the missions thing. But I'm not really worried about that. I mean, that Adley Rushman card, it is pretty nice, but it's just a lot of people you got to get and stuff. You got to get all these people. And Jackson Holiday was going for a lot. He's now down to 29,000. Eddie Murray also got to get, but he's only going for $8,000. Yeah. The pipeline players, now I'm not really worried about it. You got to get Nate Pearson, doesn't go for a lot. But the problem is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is still going for a lot, and Kyle Schwarber is too, and you got to get one of them. And I ain't going to do that. Yeah, they made it pretty tough this year to try and get, some of these players. All right, so milestone, we don't have anybody there. The rewards, I need another to get the voucher for Ted Williams. Like I said, I got to get a bunch, to get him. Yeah, they're not really going for a lot. Okay. It's contributor. Nope. Last ride thing. Nope. We didn't have anything in that. We got 8 of them. So now we got Whit Merrifield for the breakout. All-Star, we need a bunch of them. Second half heroes. Oh, they got a 94 Willie McCovey. Okay. Where is he located at? Oh, in the headliner thing. That's what I figured. I knew he wasn't a chase pack because his numbers weren't really, or the stub, like buy him, it wasn't really a lot. Standout. Nothing there. Spotlight. Oh, and I forgot. They finally released the new Sammy Sosa. All you gotta do is just go to the program and finish the final one, which is hit the home run, and that's it. You finish him, and then you get Sammy Sosa added to your team. Yep, and I know some people are probably not too big on the card, but I think it's a really nice one. I mean, I really think it is. Some of these top players and stuff, just something to get, to collect Ted Williams, but you need 80 of them, and I need 9 more. And the rest of these I've already gotten done. And yeah, there you go. Now, are there any things I can, collect here? I don't think there is. Those aren't really going for a lot. Yeah. Nothing there. Yeah. Well, like Sammy Sosa was in one of these things to collect, and he's not on there. Okay, well they will release another one, of course. Oh, do I have? Yeah, I think I got one of these where I can collect. Yep. Do I get anything? No. Yeah, if you collect any of these, you can get one of these things. They got a goat banner, goat icon, and goat, which is greatest of all time. 10 show packs, another goat, or it says goat banner. I don't really understand that. And the legacy thing, only got 5 of them. That's jersey, a touch grass jersey. Yeah, not really all that interesting. The jerseys, I've got 28 of them. Just need 2 more, and I get that long ball Beast Holmes jersey. Not really worried about that. And this stuff, the audio calls, nothing really, I don't think. Classic Stadiums, I don't really use them a lot. Okay. Oh, and they added the Yu Darvish program. Okay. Not they did, add something they did. So we have an evolution program of Yu Darvish. And pretty much it's like how Yu Darvish started. First we have an 85 rookie Yu Darvish. Good pitch selection is from 2012. Start off with a pack, then you get stubs, more packs, 3,000 XP. Another, then you get, at 35, you get a 90 veteran Yu Darvish. I almost said Shohei Ohtani. What the hell? And I guess you gotta do stats with this. I mean, good pitch selection once again. XP, packs, subs, XP, pack. And the last one, 95 standout Yu Darvish from 2022. 3 people have met parallel 5, and some people have this one at parallel 5 with just 1. This one's from 2020, and then 3,000 XP so if you get them. Heck, we're some moments. We have these things here, and they're worth 5, 10, and 15 there, but we have an extreme moment. You have to pitch 9 innings, and don't give up a run, don't walk a batter, strike out 14, and do not give up a hit. And don't hit a batter. This is when pretty much Yu Darvish almost got the perfect game against the Houston Astros, I believe, in 8 2/3 innings. Yep. Then we got the rookie moments with Yu Darvish. You got to pitch the innings with him. The veteran one, you got the stats. Any innings pitched with any Yu Darvish, innings pitched with starting pitchers and strikeouts. Yeah. All right, we'll do some of the moments. So this one here, we got to pitch 2 innings and strike out 4 batters. Okay. And I have this on the pure analog pitching again. I don't have it on pinpoint because I've been getting a little tired of it because it's been turning yellow a lot of times every time I make a pitch, and it's just getting on my nerves. All right, here we go.
Outside low, and we are underway. There's a strike. The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was just 16 years old out of the Dominican Republic. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Good
and there's one
right there. I mean, didn't really want to throw it there.
Ben Williamson now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And that's off the outside edge. And the count even 1-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Fast forward to 2022 for Julio Rodriguez to win the Rookie of the Year. The Seattle Mariners were then compensated with the 29th overall pick in the first round of the draft in 2023. Part of the new CBA,
I think the Mariners wound up releasing this guy, or he went down to the minors. Can't really remember.
Rowdy Tellez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a
called
called strike.
In this game.
Right through there for a strike.
0-2.
And struck out the side. All right, now we just got to pitch the next inning, and we got to strike out one more batter.
Now here is Dylan Moore. There's a strike.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo,
I like his pitch selection. Sinker, fastball, cutter.
He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Jorge Polanco stands in now and watches strike 1. On the ground. Oh, he gloves it over to first.
There we go.
There, and that's a great play.
Kinsler? Yeah, looks like it. Okay.
Raul Ibanez up next for the Mariners.
They're using some of the flashbacks.
Yeah,
so
big
that's
swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Raul Ibanez, pretty underrated player. Played for the Mariners, Phillies, Yankees. I don't really know who else. I think the Royals. Yeah, he did.
Hauls it in.
All right, we got that moment done. That was easy. Okay. Oh, we got some stuff. Okay. Hopefully I got a diamond. It's either a chase pack or that ultra pack. Now it's a gold premier pack. Okay. So that means I get a choice of 3 players. Alright, let's finish some of this first. Next one, pitch 2 innings and strike out 2 batters, and this is with the Cubs.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Adam Frazier. That one down the line, and he takes it himself for the out. The batter now, Kevin Newman.
This one he has a slider.
And that
The one
drops
that
in
we
for a
used
strike.
before, I don't think had a slider.
He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble.
He went after it.
Earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Late with the swing there. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
And now it's even up.
He's taking it a lot. After he was swinging at the other ones.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I'm trying the fastball and try and strike him out.
And there's a ball.
Damn.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run.
There we go. Pulled him with the sinker.
Top of the second. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. That clips the corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
0-2.
I think one of his cards a cutter.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He already got strikeouts.
And a weak ground ball to the left side.
I think he can't give up a run yet.
And that's just
jinx that. I don't think I will.
That one pushed
Pretty
to the left
I will
and
not
foul.
jinx it.
No score here in the second. That misses the zone. And that's ball 1.
This again.
Hit the air left field. Schwarber in pursuit. No trouble here.
Right,
puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Retire. Was it McCutcheon? It is. How did I know that? I don't know. I just took a guess.
Breaking ball through there for
Not
a strike.
Flashback McCutcheon. It's the live series. I was wondering if it was going to be a flashback.
Way out front for strike 2.
The only one that has the Team Affinity ones, you know, for them.
There we go.
Okay. Now the next one, the last one for the moment. And we get that done. We'll get that. I keep saying Shohei Ohtani. Oh my God. Yu Darvish. So all we gotta do is just pitch an inning in this one. We don't have to like strike anybody out. I think we just can't give up a run. That's it.
Back here at Petco Park.
We go to
now
the top of the 7th,
and now the Mets DH, Mark Canha.
Yeah, it was just pitch one inning, don't get it. All right.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good
I'm sure everybody likes seeing the
swings are
pinpoint,
disjointed, which tells me
pure analog. But like I said, I think this works better a lot of times than pinpoint.
Gets a piece there. We'll
you don't
do
have
it
to
again.
like move your analog stick around in a like weird direction. You just
ball 1 there.
Put it, you know,
see
down
if you can
and
go
up.
upstairs a little bit.
Just
make sure you
down,
miss up and out
and
of the
throw it
zone
up.
since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you
pull
get
it down,
hurt.
then throw it up.
Swing and a miss.
I meant push it up. You know,
for
but,
Yu Darvish.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
McNeil.
I thought that was funny last time.
Comes up empty.
Push it down and you throw it up. Yeah, but you push the button up, really. I mean, you push the analog stick up. You don't throw it. Throw it up.
1 out, base is empty.
I'm sorry. I had too much Chinese food, and that does that to me. It makes me weird.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Treated my mom and stepdad to dinner. We weren't sure what we were going to have. We were going to have
first pitch doesn't
beef
find the zone.
stroganoff,
Pretty smart not to serve something up for
even
him
though
right
I do
there.
like
He's
that. I know a
really
lot of
good
people
at
probably
hitting
do not because they don't really care for hamburger helper, but
1-1.
it's better than nothing. It's food.
This one lifted in the air, left
right.
field.
Now we got that done.
Makes the grab, and
Now we
that'll
got
end the
that
inning.
new Darvish card, that rookie one. I thought there was like collections for that, you know, for the rookie one. I have to look at it again. Let me go back. Thought there was. No, we got the rookies done. Okay, because I got when I collected Fernando Valenzuela. Yeah. Now the others for you, Darvish. I remember who they were. The series, you know, veteran and standout. Okay. I don't think we have veteran done. Actually, we might. We have veteran done, and the other was standout. So if we get that one, it'll put us at 7. We would need 5 more. Yeah, we'd have to buy like some of these players, but right now my stub count's all the way down. I mean, I could have bought a lot of these, but it was either buy these or the Live Series collection. I'm like, no, I'm going to go for the Live Series collection. Okay. So now we got to do some of the stats with you, Darvish, to get the 95 unlocked, and we have to, have him pitch in a lot of games and stuff with the rookie one. We got to get 2 wins with him, pitch 6 innings, strike out 10, and get the XP. Very well could do it like in a Diamond Dynasty game, but a lot of times I do this in play versus computer. I do that kind of stuff. But, yep. Same thing with the veteran one. You gotta get 4 wins in that one, and you gotta pitch 12 innings and strike out 20 and get 750 XP. And that's pretty much it. You don't have to do any of the others, and once you get that done, then you get the 95. Looking at the egg hunt things, I thought I had something done from that, but I guess I do not. I'm not really worried about that thing. I mean, the moments I still have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. I think that was 8, 9, and 10, 11 would put me at 86. Not really worried about that. Let's go to the pack. I forgot all about that. Get 1 standard pack. Nothing. Now the Premier pack. You can choose either the Premier Summer one, which contains 3 players, the Pipeline Pass, the Egg Hunt, or New Threads, and Pipeline. And yeah, you can choose. I'll go with the Summer. Alright. Hopefully, get Jackson Holiday. Let's see number 1. Sorry, pitcher. Some Colors Jr. Okay. Next one. On second base. Nope, shortstop. Jeremy Pena. No, Geraldo Perdomo. On second base. Still not him. Colors again. Alright, well, I will make 9,000 stubs by selling that one and that one. And Perdomo, I have another 4,500, so that's like 13,500, I think. So that's not bad. Made a good amount of stubs right there. Alright. Let's see. Events thing, not really. It's thinking about 3 event. It's batters with 80 speed or more. The pitchers, catchers, and first baseman have to be gold or lower. Multi-program batters, 3-inning game. It's at Polo Grounds. It's on All-Star. Yeah. But I've already finished the program, of course. And whatever I pulled, I would sell, like if they were high diamonds or anything like that. And yeah, I don't think I'm really gonna do this event. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably wrap up this live stream. And I'm sorry. I mean, my stomach, this doesn't feel really good. Unfortunately, I ate too much, but it's the way it is. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Sorry again, everybody. Thanks for joining in, and you all take care.